Welcome to yet another manga review, chapter 231 of My Hero Academia. Now, I'm just going to jump straight into it. The chapter was alright. It was a setup chapter. It was a chapter that's just there to set up future chapters. Nothing really crazy happened this chapter, so this is going to be a relatively short review. Now, I have no problem with setup chapters. I'm not one of those, ADHD 12-year-olds who needs an explosion every 5 seconds to be satisfied. I understand the necessity for setup. I understand that you just kind of need that type of stuff sometimes. Not all mangakas do it, not all manga authors do it, like that particular way that Hori does it, but in a way, all good manga authors do it. Just unless you're Akira Toriyama, then you don't do setup at all. You just kind of wing it and become the most popular manga ever. But yeah, moving on with the chapter, it was all right. In this chapter, we get one page of Giga doing something. We get like a couple of pages of fucking Hawks doing shit. And then we get a fucking panel of Dabi doing shit. And the rest of it is Shigaraki twice and the Ninja Turtle that no one cares about. Now let's talk about the one page that Giga showed up on. Because that was pretty sus right there. That was some questionable writing by Hori. Because last chapter we end with fucking Giga waking up, the doctor rings up Giga and it's just like, it's time to roll up on these niggas. That's how last chapter ended. Everyone was just like, oh man, it's time for Giga to start coming. It's time. And then we get, like 4 panels of Giga doing shit this chapter. And then we move on. It's just like, what? I don't think that's how you continue from one chapter to the next. You know, you don't end one chapter with a hype moment and then start next chapter with one page of that hype moment and then completely change the scene. You don't do that, I feel. That's really sus right there. That is really questionable. I'm not one of those people who dick sucks Hori. I understand he makes mistakes every once in a while. Like Class 1A versus Class 1B was one huge mistake. So, I understand that he's not perfect. But still, I don't know. It's some really questionable writing. It's still a good arc. It's not like that one page ruined the arc for me or anything. It's just kind of questionable writing on Hori's part. Now, talking about sus stuff, we got Hawks doing some absolutely sus shit, some triple agent thinking. He pops up and he's just like trying to play mind games with Dabi, right? And it's just like, what the hell is he like? Is he a triple agent? Are we gonna find out he's working for some random villain faction that's just so happens to be benefiting from the things the League is doing? Because I doubt he's part of the Quirk Liberation Army. Like, I really don't see any connection between him and the Quirk Liberation Army. But he could be a part of another villain faction or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, he fucking kills Best Genus. That's the main part I want to get to, right? Like, Best Genus disappeared from the manga for a period of time. Then around the Gentle arc, I believe, like the beginning of the Gentle arc, we learned that he's still alive, right? And now we actually get to see him, but it's in a flashback because Hawks fucking kills him. Like, what's the point of... Well, I can see the point. I was about to say, what's the point of confirming that he's still alive if he's going to be killed off? And the point was that, oh wow, we can't kill off an important character like Endeavor, so let's kill off Best Genus, right? Because he's number 3 hero, so if we kill him off, then it'll seem very impactful, even though he's been irrelevant in the manga for like 100 chapters now. But whatever, he's fucking dead. I'm assuming he's dead. Maybe Hori will pull some trickster shit, but it was confirmed that he went missing and Hawks has a body bag with him, so eh, the odds of him being live don't look very high. Then we get to the one panel of Dabi. Actually, no, it wasn't one panel. It was like 3 panels, right? Because like there were 2 Dabi panels in the Hawks flashback. So it was altogether 3 panels. I'm not even going to rant about that right now. If you want to see me rant about Dabi, watch my 230 review, because I was pretty triggered about how Hori was doing our boy Dabi dirty, how he was off-screening the fight, how he was putting restrictions on Dabi's quirk and everything. I just went on about that for like 3 minutes straight or something. Like, I was triggered. So now it's time to talk about the fucking death flags that Twice got. Like, the guy is full of death flags right now. We finally saw him get over his trauma. Now he's just like, oh, now I can be finally useful to the league now. Like, he's full of death flags right now because he's way too strong, way too OP, and he keeps talking about how he's finally useful and shit. Like, he's gonna get shot down. Like, no doubt about it. How it's gonna happen, I have no idea. Like, he is about to 1v1, well, one of his clones is about to 1v1 Destro Jr., so we're about to see just how OP Destro Jr.'s quirk is. Maybe it isn't OP or anything, maybe he's just very smart with it, but I don't know. Hori is alright when it comes to creating mastermind type characters who aren't very powerful, but they're really smart. He's alright at doing that, so maybe that's what Destro is. Just a really too intelligent for you guy. But Twice is almost definitely going to die this arc. If it isn't by Destro's hand, it's going to be by the fucking guy in all black, the puppet guy. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. It's like 25 syllables long. That shit ain't kosher right there, right? But yeah, that's pretty much all that happens in the chapter. Like I said, setup chapter. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about we get one panel of Spinner talking about how he needs to do something. I don't really care about Spinner. I don't think anyone cares about Spinner, so that's all we need to talk about when it comes to him. That's the end of the chapter. It was an alright setup chapter. Like, even for a setup chapter, it was alright. For just a chapter in general, it was alright. So yeah, I rate 7.5 out of 10. If you liked the review, please subscribe. Your subscription really encourages me to keep going with this channel, and while you're down there, put what you thought about the chapter down below. I'd really like to hear your opinions. And sorry about that noise. I live in an apartment complex where there are kids playing right out front, so yeah, sorry about all the screaming and stuff and the airplanes that go right over. We live right next to an airport, so I'm sorry about everything. Please forgive me. Gomenasai. I think that's, I don't know what Gomenasai means, but I'm using it, so whatever.